Yes?
Did you tell everybody what happened?
No, I'm not doing that. What's that, your water?
Yeah.
I thought you said you were coming to pick up the gate, booger. Well, good morning, Natty. Down home Misty style music. Spongy, are you gonna join and talk to Natty? This bacon is for the potatoes. Because we're making maple apple breakfast potatoes. Spongy's joining. She'll be here in a second. She's got to tell you something. Spongy, have you joined yet? I got pumpkin. No, it was something really sad has happened. I mean, I don't know what she's waiting on. She's there now. I got pumpkin ground coffee, pumpkin cold foam, and pumpkin creamer. 3-layer pumpkin coffee. Oh, so good. But y'all are going to see these maple apple breakfast potatoes because I'm in the fall spirit and I was sad all night. So I'm trying to do something to take it. Just, I don't know. Take my mind off of it. Good morning, Ice Queen. Yeah, she hasn't said anything yet. There she is. She don't know that for a fact. We didn't see it happen. But we have a pretty good idea it happened. Y'all, there's 13 people in here. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Remember, we are making in the fall spirit, down home caramel apple butter pancakes and maple apple breakfast potatoes. Gonna be some good stuff. The one that was always being bad, yeah. The thing is, no animal deserves to have that. And we, despite her being bad, she was just being a cat, and we do love her. That bacon will be going back in there later. Because when she would go out, she'd only stay in the yard. She wouldn't go anywhere. And she'd jump right back up on the porch herself when I called her name to come back inside. So we can't find her anywhere. So if she would have gone out on her own, she would have just stayed in the yard and jumped back up on the porch and cried at the door to come in. So I'm really upset. Spongy's very upset. And I don't know if we'll ever find her. I'm gonna drive around the neighborhood today in the car and see if we see any cats anywhere. But yeah, we got that cat. We had her for 4 years. We got her at PetSmart. And like I said, yes, she did things she shouldn't have been doing, but she was doing what a cat does.
Hours reserved.
Well, I mean, and here's another thing that I'm disabled and I don't have sufficient income right now either. I mean, I could. He knows good and well he did something to that cat. But anyway, let's not dwell on that. There's nothing I can do. Except what I'm going to try to do, try to look for and stuff.
Partly.
See, we didn't even realize she wasn't in here until hours later because they'll go and sleep in the closet and you know, mosey around and stuff, and I didn't realize anything. Honestly, Spongy should have because it is her cat. But she didn't. Not the first time it's happened. And I told him this morning, if just one more thing happens, I'm done. I don't care how hard I have to struggle or what I have to do. Hey, GT. Oh my God, we missed GT's live last night. Hello, Wanty Edwards. Wanty Edward E. Thank you for being here. Well, I hope you're not over there crying. Because then you're going to have me crying. And he told me this morning, he was like, y'all always blame me for whatever happens to the animals. You know, no, he hadn't even tried to look for her, so I know he did it. An innocent animal. Over some fucking furniture. Anyway, I can't keep talking about it, Spongy. What's everybody going to be doing today? I was out there this morning. I just said I couldn't keep talking about it, and there I go again. I was out there this morning hoping I would see her. I put food out on the porch. Damn, I got started with this late, and y'all know my son's got to be at work. Well, go ask Terry if he could go in like an hour later or something, so I'm not feeling rushed. But yeah, me and Spongy aren't in the jovial spirits today. He said what?
He said he'll do it.
Oh. I need to put some more bacon fat in there. And really, all about some furniture. Like, furniture is replaceable. I don't think we will. I don't think we will. I could be wrong, but I don't know. Like I said, she wouldn't go anywhere. She would stay in the yard, and then that's when she would get off the porch. And then when we would come in and I would call her name, she'd jump right back up on the porch again and come in. And so something had to happen outside of just getting out. Y'all just enjoy the food cooking. I'll talk every so often. You could go walk around outside and call to her, booger. If she's anywhere close. We talked to neighbors and everything, and they said they would keep a lookout for her. I just worry something else has happened to her. Yeah, Spongy checked the room last night.
Well, always.
And she's normally out here with us. Well, standing on the porch is not looking for her.
I was here before. I was looking to see if she's out in the yard.
That's not walking around looking for her. I mean, you should confront him, Booger. And then my younger son last night on the phone. How do you know he did anything? You don't know. Good morning, C. Death. Oh, okay, you got me on the PC. Natty said shake a treat bag or food or something, Spongy. C. Death said he watched your playlist. All right, let me go get some fresh oregano and basil. What are you doing?
I'm walking around.
What are you doing?
I'm not on the phone.
You want to do your pumpkin coffee? Come on, Summer. Come on, Summer.
They make the neighbors feel like that.
That's my fresh basil on thyme. Oh, Natty. Well, you need to talk to Natty. She's praying for you. And, oh, but what's everybody else doing today? This is garlic powder, by the way. So I'm just going to use my kitchen shears and just chop up my fresh basil right in here. I don't know if I'll be live doing breakfast tomorrow or if it'll be dinner. I haven't decided yet. Um, I don't know. I got to get little Spongy a pumpkin coffee. Yeah, we have Lucky and Cheerios, and then we have Toby. Let me get these in here, Spongy, and then I'll get your coffee. Like I said, all over furniture, just because, that's cats scratch things. And I didn't want her scratching my furniture either, but I'm not going to throw her out. I didn't want her on the table, but I would never throw my pet I love out. I could tell y'all stories, things that have happened to me in my life with pets because of his family. And some of you would probably be like, why did you even stay with somebody like that? When you're young, you do stupid things. So that was fresh basil and fresh oregano. Or thyme, I mean, thyme. With some garlic powder, and we're going to put paprika. I got my little lazy Susan over here where I have a lot of my seasonings. So I can just spin this, find what I need. That's hot, honey. There's my smoked paprika. And I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Natty said if he gets the runs tonight real bad, he did it. Remember, I told you this. Good morning, Big Vegas always wins. I wish I always won. I think so too, Natty. Spongy, are you still there?
Yeah.
I gotta.
I was looking at the calendar and everything. I think it wasn't it Friday when we went out to that food place?
Yes.
So that was the last time I saw Crumble.
What?
Yeah, that was the last time I saw her.
You didn't see her Saturday?
No, I didn't know.
I could have sworn she was here Saturday.
No, she was not in.
Oh yeah, Saturday was yesterday.
So she's been gone a whole 2 days.
No, she has not been gone 48 hours yet. She has been gone 24 hours.
No, after she's really not there. I don't feel like you do. If she's out there and she's gone, then I think it's going to be.
Why don't you ask him to tell the truth if he did anything or not? Instead of leaving you in limbo, not knowing. And me.
Well, I know he put it out lucky because he admitted that last time he put him out.
He told you he put out Lucky.
Yeah, he told us probably. And there's been multiple times that he's starting to say he's going to put the test out.
Yeah, people that will do stuff to animals will do stuff to people.
Patty said people that do stuff to animals like that on some people's house.
But y'all gotta remember again, there's no proof. Only what we believe. Good morning, C. Munson. Thank you for coming in. I really, truly appreciate that. I've done that, Natty, and that's how I know. I know. I don't know if she's alive. I really don't know. These are just the potatoes I'm working on right now. For people popping in, these are maple apple breakfast potatoes. So I'm getting ready to add the apple in there. It's kind of our fault too, because if we would have caught on early that she wasn't in here, maybe we could have found her. Maybe we could have found her. And you do want to leave some peeling on your apple. I think too, I'm gonna. I didn't cook enough potatoes, I don't think. In the state of Tennessee, you can't just kick somebody out. You still can't. You have to take it to court. What are you? Spongy. Yeah, but you don't put your whole life out there. There's some things I don't sit here and tell everybody. Don't be given a misrepresentation. There has never been any physical abuse at all. Yeah, they both watch porn. I don't. But some men and women do. But if they're married, they're not supposed to do it in behind somebody's back. That's the same thing as cheating, if you ask me. He does work hard and he provides things. He complains. Every time I need money, you've used it for something. You know, so I'm gonna have to try to find ways to buy food and stuff like different ways because I'm tired of hearing it. There was a time where I paid for everything. What was it, Spongy? For 2 years, I paid for everything. car payments, house, groceries, all the bills, everything, medical, everything. I paid for all of it. I know, Natty. I don't mean like that. I mean, it's still, they're not supposed to be sitting in a room jacking off looking at porn. I mean, am I right or am I wrong? I mean, I'm right. I'm not wrong. I gotta get Spongy's pumpkin coffee. I keep forgetting. Now, in a situation, if there was domestic abuse, like beating and stuff like that, and there have been complaints and all that, then yeah, you can have somebody thrown out. But there's not anything like that. I mean, maybe emotional. Again, that's apple. Now, if I hadn't gotten sick and I had my own job and my own money right now, and I don't know what I would do, honestly. But where did you go? Did you have somewhere to go? Y'all, for the pancakes, the caramel apple butter pancakes, we have to do, I gotta chop up 2 apples for that, so. I'll be doing that. These are smaller apples, so I think I'm going to do 3. They're just so small. You went to your parents, slept there for a week on the couch, got on assistance, and got an apartment. Hey, Life with Tracy, how are you this morning? Good morning, Janet. Nice to see you. See, my parents, I can't do any of that. Y'all don't forget, I'm not going to get into all that. That's another time. Another story, another time. I'll tell y'all later. I'll pick up tomorrow on that. We're going to go ahead and add our bacon back in to make this fall-like. Well, it's already fall-like. So we're just going to pull apart our pieces of bacon and put back in here. Another thing you could do is you could add shredded cheese on the top. I might do that. I don't know if my son would want that though. And then once I know these potatoes are all the way done, I can take them off. Yeah, I thought that was good flavors mixed together, Tracy. This is a fall kind of morning. Fall breakfast. I mean, not a fall morning. It's hot outside. Did you say good morning to Tracy, Booger? Spongy. I would have put my apple butter way back here. Of course I did. And we're going to add a little bit of apple butter. So just add a spoonful of the apple butter. I'm just making sure that they're all coated. And I'm going to let those cook for just a few more minutes to make sure that all the potatoes are all the way done. Because there's nothing worse than biting into a half cooked potato. And I'll go ahead and decor these 3 apples over here and have them ready to go for when we do our apple for our pancakes. This is going to be one of the toppings. These are ridiculously small. What? Did you ask Terry to make payment arrangements?
No.
Well, you need to go ask him to set up payment arrangements on the phone. That way you don't have to worry about that happening. Are y'all still there? Oh, it was 59 degrees last night, Jim? Man, y'all get cool there fast. So that is the maple apple breakfast potatoes, y'all. Maple apple breakfast potatoes. Now, if you didn't want to do ketchup on these, you could drizzle maple syrup or even honey if you wanted to on the top of these. That's what they look like, though. $60 there and rainy. Dang. I'm starting to wonder if we're going to get any eggplant this year. Y'all remember I told you I planted it too early? I planted it way back in March when I shouldn't have because it's not a cool crop. And it stunted the growth, and it's growing now, but I don't know if it will ever get done in time to produce eggplant. And that makes me sad because I really, really wanted some this year. So, you know, ooh, that sounds good, Natty. I mean, remember, you can have potatoes in moderation. You can have them in moderation, right? y'all know that filling goes in the compost. That feeling. The peeling. The peeling. I'm going to get your coffee, Spongy. I've not forgotten.
A lot of people gave like advice of what to do to farm compost.
What?
On Facebook, a lot of people gave like advice.
Advice.
Advice, yeah, like things to do with the founder. I mean, I don't think she's gonna come back from my sin. I don't know if she got laid in the boat or something.
I just don't get it. I don't get it. I don't want to keep talking about it right now. Did you know that we missed Grandma Teresa's live last night?
Yeah.
That's when all this was going on, isn't it? Yeah, you could do sweet potatoes and chicken and broccoli. Ooh, that's good, Janet. I'm doing chicken tonight too. I don't have any sweet potatoes though. I'm just adding another tablespoon of butter here. So this part right here is going to be part of the topping for the caramel apple pancakes. As soon as I get these in this pan, I'll get your coffee, Spongy. Now this pancake batter only has to sit 5 minutes, so. Might need to add more butter to that. Shingles are very painful. Yes, they are. Yeah. So Paul's has shingles.
How do you get shingles?
It's just like Terry might get it when he gets older. It's just like if you've had a bad case of the chicken pox when you were a kid, it creates this. It's almost like some kind of a bacteria that sits dormant in your body, and you get as you get older, you can get what they call shingles, and Grandma had them, and it's like welts that you'll get in parts of your body that burn and hurt to the touch. Like it's hard for people to wear like a shirt, or they have to wear really loose clothing. They can be very painful. Last apple. I'm gonna go ahead and add the brown sugar. So we're gonna do about 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. It can be stress activated, yes. Y'all, this that we've been hearing about YouTube and the hours, the watch hours and stuff, is that real? Because I've been reading mixed things about it going up to the 8,000 hours. I've been mixed. There's been mixed things. So has YouTube actually came out and put out a notice because they haven't done it in studio? There's nothing in studio saying anything about that. So, Natty, are you saying that it is legitimate? Because poor Spongy hasn't reached 4K hours, and I've got 400 more to go before I reach 4K. So, any help that people could toss my way, streaming me, stream a playlist, help me reach that last milestone of 400 hours. Yeah, I need that help, y'all. I need to get over that hurdle. I am hustling, Natty. I am. I'm doing the best I can. It's hard, especially with my crippled body. I worry about poor little Spongy. If people can do more for Spongy, to help her, because she's only got, how many hours do you have? 1,500, or is it 1,600? Go to it. How I showed you how to go to it, Spongy. You remember how I showed you,
Yeah.
so that I can tell them the exact amount of watch hours that you have.
1,354.
So she's only got 1,354 watch hours. And if she doesn't reach over that hurdle, I mean, getting her to 3K will get her partially monetized. And she supports everybody. No, I'm 400 off, Tracy. I'm partially monetized, but I'm 400 away from 4K. Because I don't have any family that, I don't have anybody I know that would just sit and just, run my playlists outside of my friends that I ask them to do it. Thank you, Tracy. Natty said, do you live chats again, Spongy? So I try to create all kinds of things. Thank you so much, Tracy. I'm going up every day because I'm working so hard. I'm pushing it so hard. I am pushing it so hard. Trying to be creative, think outside of the box, do things other people don't do. Like I'm trying really hard, creating my brand and stuff, my Boston Terrier image. I'm the only one I know I've not seen anybody on YouTube that has, like, that brand kind of identity. And then the down home way of living, the from scratch cooking. And I know there are older people that do from scratch cooking and, the gardening, but I try to do a mashup of flavors. I try to make it different. For instance, here's an idea that I'm thinking of doing, starting a series on, because I'm also wanting to get more healthy too. Everybody's jumping on this bandwagon of GLP-1s and stuff to lose weight. And here's the thing with GLPs, okay? You're not going to keep that weight loss off if you don't keep taking the pill or the shot. You're not. It's going to come back. It's not just about taking a pill, it's about a lifestyle change. You got to change your whole entire lifestyle. And everything I've read about that stuff, there's been so many people that come off those pills and they gain half the weight back they've lost because they haven't changed their lifestyle. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Are you putting Spongy on the PC, Natty? Oh, and Spongy tomorrow. Thank you so much, my friend. Cause 400 hours is not anything. I'm almost there. And I know you do, GT. And here's another thing a lot of people don't realize when it comes to the watch hours. Say that you watch 20 hours of stuff. And remember, it can't be muted or anything. Say you watch 20 hours, okay? YouTube does not give the creator the full 20 hours. I don't think everybody knows that. They do not. That you get a portion of the hours. And that is why it is so difficult for creators. But it is. It's all your mind over matter. It's a mindset. That's right, Natty. And if you produce excellent content, you'll get excellent results. I believe that. I believe that. It's my cinnamon. 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 And I just love teaching people down home, from scratch cooking. I love doing that. The Appalachian foods and I love doing that. But I love doing other things too. And we definitely got to add more butter because this is supposed to be a buttery apple topping for our pancakes. So that's more butter. And then I'm going to add a little bit of, y'all know this is my favorite brand of the maple. Natty, thank you so much. I appreciate it very, very much. I appreciate all of you. All of you. But Spongy more than anybody. Thank you, Tracy. I pray, I pray on it. And I know, whatever God's plan is what will be, right? I told y'all I'm monetized over on Facebook. Grandma Teresa, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you so much. I so appreciate that so, so much. At Natty Homemaker said, once you get monetized, it's easier, less stress. You don't have to worry about the watch hours. Thank you. Thank you, my friends. I love you, GT. Thank you so much. But I'm going to say it again, y'all. Spongy needs a lot more help than I do. I need help, but I want to see my daughter really succeed. I want to see her get there. But she also needs to put in the effort, right? Thank you, GT. Love you. I love you. Love you too, Natty. I love all my friends, and I mean that from the bottom of my heart. But Spongy has to put in that effort. She does. She does. She's starting to put in a lot more. And once we get her Spongy Goldie lifestyle monetized for, then we can focus on her Spoonful Spongy channel. I'm just adding some maple syrup. Added about a tablespoon of maple syrup to our apples that are going to go on those pancakes. And these won't cook much longer, y'all. And then, do y'all think I should do breakfast tomorrow or live dinner cooking show? Breakfast or live dinner? Normally on Mondays I do breakfast. But I started doing Sunday morning breakfast. So y'all tell me. Wow, that 3 months. Life with Tracy said you're going to get there. Spongy is going to get there. And Natty Homemaker said she gets a check every 2 months. I know. Facebook gives you a payout every $5. So every time you reach $5, you get a payout from them. I like that. Janet said she wants me to do dinner tomorrow. Grandma Teresa said dinner or a lunch. All right, I'll do dinner or lunch. I'll do one of those tomorrow. All right, our apples are almost done, and then we're gonna do. Y'all know the thing about from scratch cooking Appalachian like this is it takes so long. It takes so long to get it, but hey, if people want to learn how to do it from the old ways, it's a great thing to do. It's educational. It can teach the young women that might not have an idea of how to do much cooking at all. Like the gardening and everything. Yeah, that $100 threshold is crazy. And Natty, I know you had told me that. At Natty Homemaker said I deleted my Facebook Natty Homemaker account over 2 years ago. They pissed me off. And no good breakdown about where the money is split up, taxes, etc. I think here in the United States, if you don't reach, it's in the thousands. If you don't reach, I'm going to have to Google it. I'm wanting to say 6,500, but I can't remember for sure. It's somewhere up there. If you don't reach that kind of money, you don't pay any taxes on it. You don't have to pay. You don't have to report it. But I'd have to. Spongy, can you Google that for me? If you're a YouTube content creator, how much do you have to make before you report it to the IRS? That's crazy, Natty. Why would they do that? That's just like Nazi control or something. 30,000. It's somewhere up there like that for us too. If you don't make a significant amount, you don't have to report it or pay taxes on it. So, I mean, that's not even anything to worry about. Unless you get big and famous on YouTube and you're really making a lot of money. But you have to report to USA? Really? Alright, so these are caramelized now, y'all. I'm going to take them out. I'm going to lower the heat. And I'm just going to put my sausage patties in here. Well, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and put my sausage patties in here. Let them cook while I'm making the batter for the pancakes. So we'll go ahead and get these out. I'm monetized on TikTok too, but I don't really, I really haven't been doing a lot on TikTok. Instagram, I do have an Instagram account, but I haven't really been doing a lot there either. And I have a Pinterest that I'm working on. I haven't really done a lot there either. So that's the apples that go on the pancakes. And we'll just set those to the side. My son's going in late, so so I don't have to stress. Yeah, YouTube is an American company. Oh my gosh, I forgot to add my vanilla to that, y'all. Let me add the vanilla to the apples. Y'all won't see me doing that, but I'm gonna add the vanilla over here. Oh, you dropped TikTok too? Spongy loves TikTok. She's always on there. What's another one you like, Spongy?
Don't put your thing on it.
Really?
Yeah.
You're gonna step up your YouTube game, Tracy? I mean, that's smart. You know, it's the only way to really get yourself out there. At Natty Homemaker said, I do most of my stuff on YouTube and Instagram. Well, that's just my own little platform for people I know.
Yeah, I forgot about Instagram too. I do Instagram too.
Yeah, Spongy does Instagram too. I'm going to start doing more over there. So I added my vanilla to my apples, y'all. I added my vanilla.
I think I'm eligible to be.
I'm going to start doing more over there. All right, let me get my little sausage patties. And these are already pre-made. But anyway, what I was talking about with the GLPs, people gain the weight right back. Like, if they stop taking the shot or the pill, it says 65% of people gain the weight right back. And so I've thought about doing a series that would be ongoing of losing weight naturally without GLPs. And calling it something like, forget the GLPs, lose weight naturally. Good morning, Karen. Thank you for coming in, Karen. I appreciate it. We were all talking about what I should do tomorrow. Should I do breakfast live or lunch or dinner? And Grandma Teresa said lunch or dinner. Janet said dinner. So I'm going to do probably dinner early. Like probably around, I'll start at 4 o'clock. It does, yes. I was reading that too, Natty. So, I mean, I think it would be a great idea to start a series and show people, you know, hey, look, you can do this. You don't have to take these pills. And that's true, too. If you're diabetic, you can stay on it for life because they really were meant for diabetes control, not necessarily weight loss. I didn't know you were on Ozempic GT. I've read horror stories. I hadn't talked to anybody personally about an experience. I should. But I still didn't get Spongy's coffee. Let me get her coffee. We'll go ahead and get Spongy's pumpkin coffee. Y'all know they got all that pumpkin creamer and stuff out now. I've got to call the doctor's office Monday, and I gotta get an appointment. You know what, Nanny? Spongy, I've been soaking her toe like that podiatrist nurse said. That nurse told her to soak her toe twice a day until she goes to her doctor to get an appointment to a podiatrist. And she hasn't been doing it. Time to get on to her. Janet's on Mojero. Yeah, see, I mean, it's if you've got diabetes and you need that medication, that's fine. But people using it to lose weight, is not the way to go. People think it's a fast fix for weight loss, and it's not. It has side effects. Yeah, that nurse, it was like God put her there in that moment. I stopped her and I was like, "Can you help us?" Because we just found out the urgent care was no longer there anymore. And she came over and I started talking to her, and I was like, "I brought her here to get treatment for her toe, and I just found out they're no longer here anymore, and this is what it looks like." And then that's when she told us that she had been a nurse in podiatry for a very long time and had worked with people who had diabetes. And so she looked at it, checked it, she felt it and everything. And she looked up at me and she said, "There's no doubt in my mind that is an ingrown toenail, and that this is what they're going to do." And then she was telling Spongy what would happen and what she needed to do until she went to her doctor and got to a podiatrist, because her doctor is not going to do it. And Spongy ain't doing it. And like, I can't be like a bug on Spongy's shoulder, watching her, or like, in other words, I can't be like a hawk just watching everything she does and like be like, "Okay, you need to do this." Like, because Spongy's 32 years old. She needs to be doing this stuff. Grandma Teresa said, "Do you want to lose your toes?" Spongy, are you even in the chat anymore?
No, I left.
Spongy left, y'all. Well, GT asked you, "Do you want to lose your toes?"
No, I'm not going to lose my toes.
Why aren't you doing what the nurse said? That's what everybody wants to know.
We don't have that much salt. We don't have sea salt.
I have Epsom salt right over here. Natty said, "Spongy, go now. Go do it." Why haven't you just dawned on me that you haven't been doing that? Why are you being so hard-headed? Spongy said it's only been 2 days. Alright, well, you know what, Bugga? I feel like this. Don't be whining and crying about your toe if you're not going to do what you were told to do until you can get into the podiatrist. There's no reason to even do that if you're not going to listen. You are a grown woman. You know what you need to do. Right? Don't you?
I don't think that's going to help. It's still going to hurt.
A darn foot nurse told you it will help. And she's like, "I don't think it's going to help." All right, well, let's just tell Spongy, don't come whining and crying about your toe anymore. Natty's mad at you. Bye, GT. See you later. Yeah, you can make Natty mad at you, booger. I'm going to call the doctor Monday, let him know that, what's going on. That she did try to go to urgent care. They were not there anymore. And we had a nurse here. Because there was Ballad Health was right next door, and that's where she came out of, that nurse. And if I wouldn't have stopped her, Spongy sure wasn't going to stop her.
I want to talk.
But it was like a miracle her being a foot doctor, a nurse in podiatry. Like I couldn't get over that. That was exactly what Spongy needed. Yeah, she is. She is making excuses. And Janet said it will work. She's done it. And you've done it too, Spongy, and you said it did help. Alright. We're going to go ahead and make the batter. Oh, Natty said read her all I wrote. Natty said she's making excuses. She said, I'm mad. She said, exactly, don't complain if you won't do shit about it. She's being lazy, lazy, lazy. And then she said, time to take responsibility for your body. And she was talking about the infection and stuff. It's not fun if they cut your nail out. So you need to do it, but if everybody is worried about you. And then Janet said she needs to do it, and I told her she has to get up and exercise her swollen feet. So you got to do these things. Like, we can tell you all day long what you need to do, but if you don't do it, like, we can't. Nobody can force you. Like, I can't. What am I going to do? Force a 32-year-old woman? Y'all, that's the pumpkin cold foam right there. So I got the pumpkin creamer, the pumpkin cold foam, and the pumpkin coffee. Karen said, please, Spongy. Like, Booger, are you trying to make it as bad as possible?
No, it's already got bad. Worse like it ain't gone.
You better get in there and start explaining yourself. Alright, now I'm going to do the cake batter. Not no damn cake batter. I'm going to do the pancake batter. So, we really don't need a bowl this big. We're going to do 2 cups of flour, all purpose. And I know already that I do way too much for Spongy. Believe me, I know I do. So 2 cups of flour. We're almost there now, y'all. All we gotta do is the pancakes, pretty much. Well, I gotta make the caramel sauce. Hey, Coach, how are you? Live with Tracy said I subscribed to you yesterday. Hey, Marcia. Good morning, my friend. I hope you're having a good morning. I want to make sure these patties get done all the way, y'all. I don't want to eat no raw pork, that's for sure. All right, so we have 2 cups of flour in there. I'm trying to keep up with comments and cook. At Eclectic Butterfly, Karen said, I'm already subscribed to you, Coach. Southern Cooking Backwoods Living said, hello, Misty. Coach subscribed to you, Marsha. They're a gamer like me. Coach, remember that YouTube doesn't like sub for sub. Give people 24 hours to check out a couple of your videos, and then subscribe if they want to subscribe, but don't make them feel like they have to. The best thing for YouTube's analytics and stuff and the algorithm is if you've got things in common with each other, then, you know, you connect with each other and stuff. But if you don't, then you shouldn't do that. Marsha, my friend Marsha, sub to you at Southern Cooking Backwoods Living. All right, so now we're going to do 2 tablespoons of brown sugar in with our flour. And I know what a tablespoon looks like, so I'm just using my fingers. That wasn't quite a tablespoon. So that's 1 tablespoon. And that's the 2nd tablespoon. About 2 tablespoons right there. Y'all, before I start putting out my fall decor, I want to get my hallway painted at least. I really want to try to get my hallway painted. I meant to have a lot of painting done, but I just, between the garden and everything, I just haven't had a chance. Alright, I'm going to wipe this flour out of my floor. Oh, Lord, have mercy, help me. So that was 2 tablespoons of brown sugar. Now we're going to do 1 tablespoon of baking powder. So I am going to measure this, right? And I'm going to go ahead and take this sausage patty out of here. All of them should be about done now. So I'll let them sit for just a few more minutes. Oh, you are, Tracy? Yeah, I got to get that. I definitely want to get the hallway painted before I do the hallway. But I'm hoping to have my fall decor all up, all of it, by September 10th. And then it'll stay up for almost 2 months. It'll stay up until October 31st. And then I switch everything out to Christmas. And from November 1st to January 31st, all Christmas stuff stays up. I always look forward to seeing everybody's fall, holiday, all that stuff. So we're going to do 1 tablespoon of the baking powder. This is the baking powder I use. You like that coffee, Spongy? And we're going to do 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda. Anytime that you're making homemade pancakes or homemade waffles, you're going to always do 1 tablespoon of baking powder and 1/2 teaspoon of baking soda.
do stuff with,
So we're just mixing that in. We don't need salt because we'll be using salted butter. I'm going to go ahead and turn the heat off of here, and I'm going to take those out in just a second. And we're going to do nutmeg, but I'm not going to do nutmeg. I'm going to use pumpkin pie spice. So a teaspoon of pumpkin pie spice, and then you're going to do cinnamon. A teaspoon of both of those. And now we're going to do our wet ingredients. So we're going to just make sure that the dry ingredients are mixed up good. Set that right there for a minute. And now we're going to do our wet ingredients. So the first thing that I'm going to do right here is I need 1/4 cup of melted butter. So 4 tablespoons is 1/4 cup. So that's 1 tablespoon. 2, 3, 4 for 1/4 cup. And I'm going to go ahead and melt that in the microwave in this bowl. I gotta think of something really cool to make for dinner tomorrow. For the live dinner show. So those are our sausage patties that we're just gonna sit to the side. And I'll use this to make the eggs in. I'm missing comments over here. Coach said, thanks, Tracy. At Natty Homemaker, I'm back. I just had this huge spider on your leg. I love fall, Janet said. I got it on video. Oh my gosh, Natty. Spongy said. I support that decision. Life with Tracy said. Eclectic Butterfly Karen. My 10-year-old grandson started a little VR YouTube channel, mainly shorts. Aww. At Southern Cooking Backwoods Living said, I've been waiting to decorate for fall. I'm ready. At Coach said, hello, Natty. I subscribed to your channel. Natty, have you subbed me back yet? Natty doesn't do sub for sub. Pumpkin spice, yes. Yeah, and it does say that in the description of her channel, actually. At Spongy Goldie said, I just stopped being subscribed to certain people because they stopped supporting me. And Natty said, I typically don't watch gamers. I watch Spongy and Misty because we are friends. And Misty is funny to watch while she plays scary games. Thank you, Natty. But yeah, it does say that, Coach, in her description. She does not do the sub for sub stuff. I don't either. I used to, but then I stopped. Unless I have something in common with that person or I like their stuff, I don't do that. And YouTube doesn't like that anyway. Alright, so our butter is all melted in that little bowl right there. What we're going to do now is, for our wet ingredients, we're going to add the 1/2 cup of apple butter. Hope y'all can see this. So we're going to add 1/2 cup of apple butter. It's going to take almost all my apple butter, y'all. I'm going to have to buy more apple butter. Or maybe I'll make my own apple butter. Maybe I'll do that. So let's add our apple butter in with our melted butter. And I've had that apple butter at room temperature.
Did you hear me?
What?
Well, when I go live today, I'm going to sit there chatting and I'm going to have my feet soaking.
Oh, okay.
I got to write down.
I think I'm going to make my own homemade apple butter, y'all. That was all my apple butter I had left. And now we want to do 1 3/4 cups of buttermilk in there with that. So I gotta move everything out of the way. I gotta move everything out of the way, y'all, just to get to my buttermilk. Oh, Lord have mercy, my poor little body. Alright, so I don't think this is going to be quite a cup. So I'm going to have to add more. I'm going to keep this container because I'm going to make my own buttermilk. Instead of having to constantly buy it. Bye, Marsha. Thank you for being here, my friend. So 1. And then we're going to do 3/4. And we're going to add 2 eggs to this. Misty, quit splattering stuff. Misty, stop splattering. Oh my gosh, y'all. I made more of a mess. Alright, and this is what that looks like when you're getting it all mixed up in here. So we're going to add 2 eggs. Two eggs and 1 thing of vanilla. Y'all, as fall gets closer and closer, I'm going to start doing a lot of fall baking, a lot of fall cooking. When the kids were little, I was always in the kitchen. Wasn't I, Spongy?
Yeah.
Always baking all kinds of things.
Only got one thing for the fall collab thing.
You only what?
For the fall swap, for not fall swap.
You got what Courtney got you?
I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about for my room for September 1st.
Oh yeah, she's gotten one thing for her room so far.
So I gotta get some more stuff. I'm hoping on the 31st I'll get a couple things when I get paid.
Misty, do you think magnesium buglycinate would help your body relax a bit, help with the stiffness? I don't know, maybe. I could try it, Natty. Karen said, I have a Mexican street corn steak taco wine pairing I'm going to soon.
Life with Tracy.
I won tickets. Ooh, that'll be fun. Janet said we are going to my husband's friend's beach house for a cookout today. Ooh, that'll be a lot of fun.
That me and my mom made on the spoonful sponges. They're so good.
Aldi sells apple butter for fall. Janet said they do. Natty asked you if you're getting your room back.
No.
All right, let me add the 2 eggs. And we're just gonna beat those in. We're I've only got one other thing to do for the pancakes.
Didn't get my room back.
So I want to gently combine those eggs in there with everything. Yeah, y'all, when I play scary games, I get all into it. And, like, if it's dark and I got headphones on, I get scared. Okay, so we're going to start adding our wet ingredients into our dry ingredients over here. I don't know how well y'all can see that.
Oh my God, I want Coach's got to stop.
Who?
Coach has to
I know.
stop.
Coach Janet is done. She doesn't have a channel.
She doesn't do stuff herself. She doesn't just stop to anyone, you know. She might, but it doesn't do
She
that.
might sub to you, but she doesn't watch gaming at all.
I'm hoping when I get paid, we can go to Hobby Lobby and I can get some fall stuff too.
Yeah, that'd be nice. And I'm gonna use that pan for the eggs. I'm not gonna, I'm gonna use a different pan for the pancakes. And while this batter is sitting for 10 minutes, I'm gonna make the cinnamon swirl that we're gonna use to put into it. Terry, what time are you gonna go? Or are you not going at all?
I have to go. Maybe just an hour later.
Just an hour?
Yeah.
So that means you gotta be there at 1.
1:30.
All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get a little bit bigger bowl. I'm just gonna go ahead and put it in this big bowl because I'm not being able to mix it the way I want to mix it. I'm going to quit talking so much so that I can get this done too, y'all. Bye, Tracy. And like I've always said, it's okay for the batter to be lumpy. You don't want to overwork your batter. But you do want to make sure that you get everything mixed in there. So once I get it all mixed in, I'll probably pour it back into that other little measuring cup right there that I was using. Alright, so that's mixed up all the way. So I'm going to wash this measuring cup out. Because it's easier to use. I'm going to switch some things. I'm going to switch some things up over there at the stove. See how that's lumpy batter? Huh? I'll look into it. What do you mean?
I noticed that C-Dab, he made it to where, you let everyone know, if you're going to share a channel or share your channel, don't spam the chat about it, don't spam.
Oh, yeah.
Because that gets on everyone's nerves.
Alright, that's the pancake batter, y'all. Let's go ahead and wash these dishes. And y'all can see some of the food that I've done. So let's go ahead and get these washed because I don't need a mess in my sink. Is that Natty's new video?
Yeah. Yeah, C-Dab told the coach, he said, please enjoy the live, my friend.
What?
C-Dab told coach, he said, please enjoy the live, my friend.
Not Brand.
He said, C-Dab told coach, enjoy the live, my friend.
Not spam.
That's not what I said.
I can't hear you. See, just told Coach, enjoy the live and what?
My friend.
Oh, my friend. So remember, I told you I was going to keep this container to make my own buttermilk. And I'm in it. I'm in it. Part of cooking is cleaning. And you've got to do it. And remember I told you I was going to keep my own, this apple butter jar because I'm going to make my own apple butter. I don't know why I watch that when I'm going to need it. All right. I am gonna be going live playing the game tonight, y'all. Just to let you know. I mean, I know a lot of people don't watch the gaming, but I just thought I would tell you, just in case.
Daddy was telling me that she thinks he's simply picking out subscribers off her channel. He's stealing, and she said I want to ban him so bad right now.
He's stealing my subscribers?
She said I want to ban him. I mean, that's already on live, so.
It's all right. It's okay. Oh, Lord have mercy, help me. All right, let's turn back around to the stove. Okay, so let me wipe off my counter some. And I'm going to move this, all of this. Dang, y'all, our batter's been rising over here. You see that? So I'm going to just sit the batter right there. Move this cutting board. And we're going to make the caramel sauce. But we're going to move this pan over here. And we're going to get a littler pan. You see how much work this is when you're doing it from scratch like this? So we're going to get this little pan right here. And we're going to make our caramel sauce, and then we're going to make our eggs over here. Once I get the caramel sauce done, we can make the pancakes. I mean, not the caramel sauce. The cinnamon swirl. That's going to go in the pancake batter. So first of all, we need 1 tablespoon of butter. And we need 2 more.
Daddy said, is it okay? Can I ban?
No, don't ban Coach. Because I do watch him. I do watch him. So what I'll do is I'll put some rules up for my live. Well, aren't there rules already up when y'all come to the live?
No.
Okay, I'll put some rules up for the live, and if it happens anymore in the future, then we're going to have to do something about it. Yeah, he stopped doing like that. Spamming like that. They got mad. I don't know. But like I said, I'll put some rules up for next lives. Oh, Coach is still here. Yeah, Coach, I'm not going to ban you. But you got to be polite and respectful, okay? Like, you can't be... Yeah, she will. She is a very, very... Natty's one of my best friends. And she will do it. So, it's not funny.
You gotta take his wrench away.
So, you got to be respectful of other people. So, remember that, please. That's the only warning I'm going to give. If anything else happens, you know. Yeah, they do. If anything else happens, then I'm going to have my friend ban you. Because it's just not respectful to other people. And it's not respectful to me either. All right, so let me get some more butter. I'm going to add 2 more tablespoons of butter. Now, this is salted butter. So 2 more tablespoons would be right here. And we're going to let that melt down. And I'm not trying to be mean to you, Coach, if you're still there. Because you know I do watch your channel. But that would be like me coming to your live and, you know, coming after all the people that are subscribed there. I don't do that. So I'm asking you not to do it to me. All right. So we're melting this down. I'm trying to get my mind back right again. And we're going to add our brown sugar to it. So we want 1/4 cup of brown sugar. I always have trouble finding these. 1/4 cup. That's 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And then we're going to add, well, I want to let that melt first.
I wonder if I would like that right there, what you got, that sparkling water.
Natty, do you like that LaCroix sparkling water that you were showing on your video?
You know how I drink my water with water flavor.
Is it good? Because I'm not like, I just drink bottled water, but is it like a replacement for soda? And the bigger question is it good? I mean, I'm assuming it's good because you bought it. It is good. The Raz Cranberry? Which one's the best one? Because yours, that's Raz Cranberry right there.
That's a big stack getting out of soda.
How much is it? The bigger question is it cheaper than soda? And I know it's better for you. It's a lot better because it's just sparkling flavored sparkling water. Well, thank you, C. Death. Oh, you've only tried that one? $3.99 for 8. So 12 sodas here. Oh God, soda here has gotten really expensive. Like really bad. All right. Now I'm going to add that 1 tablespoon of flour. And I'm going to add that little bit of vanilla. Y'all, I promise we're almost done. We are almost done. And we're going to add the cinnamon. You want to do about a teaspoon of cinnamon. And then I'm going to show you what I'm going to do. Now we're going to add that. I don't want my spoon to fall in there. Please don't fall in there. Okay. We're going to add a tablespoon of all-purpose flour. And stir that up in there. And turn my heat off. Now this is our cinnamon swirl. I'm gonna let that cool for just a little bit, not long. But I have to be able to put it into a baggie and cut the tip of the baggie off and squeeze a swirl into each pancake. So I just sat that right there. Hi, Rubicon. How are you? Oh, so an 8-pack of the LaCroix on the Walmart app is $4.42. Thank you for being here, Rubicon. Let me get my pancake pan. Hold on, y'all. I gotta find it. It's the perfect little pan to make pancakes. Here it is. All right, so when I do my pancakes, I always spray it. And I always add a tad bit of butter, a very small amount. And we'll let that melt down. Jeeps, are you Rubicon? All right, Karen, thank you so much for having been here, my friend. Thank you very, very much. This pan is for the eggs, like I said. And I won't have y'all seeing the eggs. Y'all know what eggs look like. Now I'm hoping... I gotta organize my cabinets again, y'all. My cabinets look crazy. I gotta do a pantry check and my cabinets for the baking and all of that. What I might do instead of worrying about a baggie is just use a tiny little spoon. Like this. To do a little swirl. No, that's not going to work. I need to use a baggie. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to take this baggie right here, and I'm going to put my cinnamon swirl in that baggie. I honestly don't think that's going to be enough cinnamon swirl. Okay, and I'm going to close that. Make it all come to this part over here. And right here, I'm going to cut a little thing in it. Right here. I don't want that to seep out. All right, let's go ahead and do our first pancake in here. And then I just want to squeeze a small amount of the cinnamon swirl right there like that. And we'll let that pancake cook. I'm going to have to try that LaCroix though. And now I'm going to whip up my eggs for over here. And I always put a little butter for them too. I don't want the pancake to cook too fast.
Daddy said you making breakfast, I'm making lunch.
Are you making lunch, Natty? What are you making for lunch? I know I'm having breakfast for lunch. See how our pancake is rising really nicely? Y'all see that? It's rising real nice. Oh my God, that is crazy. Somebody posted on Facebook they didn't know what supper means.
Yeah. They're like, there's breakfast, dinner, lunch. And they were just so confused. They didn't understand what supper meant.
Well, oh look, I got it perfect golden. I got it perfect golden, y'all. That makes my heart smile. I'll tell you something else we really go through here is eggs. Because I do a lot of cooking. Once again, you know, scratch cooking. And I go through a lot of eggs. Also, y'all, this is my cantaloupe from the garden. That's my cantaloupe. I'm going to cut it for short. And it smells so good. That's the only cantaloupe. My other cantaloupe plants didn't make it. And this has only got one cantaloupe for the whole entire season. And I was sad. Oh, you having 8 since 6 a.m., Natty? Thank you. She said thank you. I can't wait to cut it. It smells so good. It smells so good. Next season, I'm hoping to be able to grow more cantaloupe. I'm just happy I was able to get that one. Because last year, every cantaloupe that grew had the blossom rot. All my melons had the blossom rot. Look, that's a perfect pancake. Perfect coloring. And then you could actually make a glaze to go on there, but the only thing that we do is it has the little apples that we're going to put on top of it like this, and then we're going to do the maple syrup. So it'll have the maple syrup and all of that. But I'm going to let y'all go here in just a second because you've seen everything that I'm doing, everything that I'm making. You saw the pancake. This pan is too hot. I don't want to burn the butter. I never will forget that guy that came on. He was like, "You're burning the butter! You're burning the butter!" I could have just imagined seeing him sitting there screaming into the computer or TV or his phone or whatever he was looking at. Just spread my pancake batter out there some. And we'll just continue doing this, y'all, and that's the end pretty much. Yeah. All right. Well, I have kept y'all here long enough. I appreciate you guys. That is breakfast. Those are our potatoes, our maple apple potatoes. Those are little apples that go on the pancakes, and those are our sausage patties. And we're going to make our eggs. Okay. All right, y'all. I'll see you later. Thanks, y'all. I'll talk to you later. Bye. I hope everybody has a great day. Thank you, Natty.